So enough talking about the potential that JaySon has for the rest of the bracket. Let's get right into the next match. We have a JaySon versus P2P with Gibus in losers semifinals. So Gibus, I think he was knocked into losers by Dakpo.
Okay.
Very, very close set between those two.
Yeah.
It was like down to the wire on who would win that one. And Gibus, however, losing in that. Gibus, a person who's won a couple Shockwaves at this point,
yes,
is no stranger to these high bracket situations against a JaySon, who has yet to win a Shockwave, has yet to get to those moments. But like I was saying, that zone that he should be in after playing Gyo could come into play, and this could be a matchup where Gibus is going to have to play on tilt. So about the Greninja Fox matchup, I'm not. How do you feel this plays out? Who do you feel has more momentum and can shift better?
This seems like a kind of interesting matchup because both characters kind of jump around and have like high aerial mobility and use that aerial mobility to set up safe aerial approaches. And I don't really know which one of the two approaches is better, like head-to-head anyways.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting to see that. I think the Greninja Nair, like we just saw there, will play a very big part because usually Greninja wants to be setting up like, well, the other thing he usually does, like that, with setting up the forward airs to safely poke at his opponents. But Fox is really, really fast.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be so useful in this matchup.
Yeah, that run speed is crazy.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, man, that's scary. Whew, that is super scary. But what I'm kind of noticing in this game, what I noticed a lot from JaySon while he was playing Gyo, wow, barely missing that tipper hitbox, but he's playing really patient tonight, which is very different from him. That was a great setup into the up smash, stealing the first stock. Let's see if the patience comes into play. But as he was playing against Gyo, he was playing a reactive Fox style, which is completely different from the JaySon that we've been seeing the last couple of weeks. It's very aggro, it's very in-your-face kind of play style.
Yeah, it seems like he has been playing a little bit more defensive in this game. Kind of letting Gyo, letting Gibus, move at his own pace, not really trying to take the momentum too hard.
Yeah.
But doing a pretty good job of just winning the interactions, doing stuff like that, just waiting for his opponent to move, and then just calling it with the Fox dash attack.
Yeah. And I love seeing stuff like new play styles from players and see it working as well. Because for a player who, he had a lot of success playing that rush down, super aggressive, I'm in your face, but now he's waiting for his reactions like you were touching on. He's seeing what Gibus is going to do and then acting accordingly. That was a really good option. Yeah. He is just not letting up on Gibus' shield, and Gibus just doesn't know how to react right now. 101% on Gibus, finally getting out that neutral air. However, that forward smash on the shield will result in an up smash from JaySon, sealing that stock and ending the first game in JaySon's favor.
Yeah, it's very interesting because seeing players swap up their styles like this, you definitely know that they're putting in work.
Yeah,
they're definitely making a conscious effort. Like, okay, maybe I'll try this out instead, and thinking about all the different ways that I can use my tools in this sort of scenario rather than how I usually use them.
Yes, exactly. I have Gibus counterpicking to the same stage he actually counterpicked Dakpo to Omega Duck Hunt. One of his more favorite stages.
Yeah, it seems like that's been his go-to counterpick for this tournament. This is actually where he counterpicked me as well whenever we played.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any idea why? Did he use any kind of tricks or anything?
So the one thing that he likes about it, as far as I know, is that because the stage is a wall, he has a lot of wall playing shenanigans he can do on recovery. It gives him a lot more options whenever he's on the ledge, which is a very scary place to be. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of bad things that can happen to you if you make a poor call whenever you're at the ledge and your opponent is pressuring you.
Exactly. Yeah, I can see that. I see him cling to that wall, kind of collect himself and think of a different option fairly often. So let's see if he utilizes wall clings at all in this game. Already with a really good start, 110% on Fox. Greninja not having a lot of reliable kill setups, however, could put him in a bad situation.
Ooh,
that was
nice
a great tag.
He might have been dead if he didn't get that.
Yeah, I think so. I love JaySon's movement and how he's always chasing down Gibus, but I love how he waited there. Normally the Fox would just went immediately for the up air, but he waited until he could seal it with that neutral air into the up smash, waiting for his options and not being overly aggressive like we see from a lot of Foxes or from JaySon in the past. I love this new adaptation and new playstyle that I'm seeing from him tonight.
Yeah, in neutral he's not playing extremely aggressive, but whenever he does actually get into an advantageous position, he's been doing a very good job of getting the most out of it that he possibly can.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh,
okay.
that was nice. That was nice.
was
Dragged him down into the footstool. However, Greninja, that hydro pump will let him get back to the stage. And an up throw will get him the stock. But JaySon right now is on fire.
He's looking real good. That's going to be unsafe.
Yeah,
Not to get too much off of it.
Yeah,
but-
he's done that multiple times now, and it's put him in a bad situation every time. I think he's willing to do it at these low percents for that shield pressure, but at later percents, as we saw in that first game, he will lose a stock to that.
Yeah, has to be very, very careful. Nice dash attack to call out the fair. Fox's dash deck is like low-key one of the best counter hit moves in the game.
Oh my gosh, it is so good.
It's so good. So good.
It is so fast. Oh, but not as good as that up smash, punishing that air dodge, getting him the game. Once again, we have another 2-0 in JaySon's favor. This could be the night where he takes out everyone. He's on fire right now. He's on fire right now. And this is actually a matchup, the next set, you probably already know because you saw Winners Finals, but we have Phenom against JaySon. And I was talking about wanting to see this because these are two people who play Fox.
Right.
But Phenom also has a Greninja. Phenom also has like a Kirby. Phenom also has a plethora of other characters.
Yeah.
But as we just seen, that Greninja is normally what Phenom likes to go to when his Fox isn't on point. And we just saw JaySon take out Gibus's Greninja, which is normally something that doesn't happen at these tournaments. Gibus generally comes out on top against JaySon, but JaySon has just brought something new tonight. So I want to see how he interacts